How has China changed your life is the question of the day.
China has been amazing.
China has brought the world to me.
Wow.
Being able to speak the language opens you to a lot of opportunities.
Hello lovely people, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm with some guests with me here in Suzhou, and today we are coming to talk about some important topics being in China. How has China changed your life is the question of the day, and today we are coming to discuss how China has really impacted our lives. Is it positive or negative?
Oh, that's a good question.
That's a very interesting question.
So first of all, I'd like us to introduce ourselves. I know they are even tired of seeing my face. So I'll start from you.
Ladies
Jane.
first.
Yeah.
Okay, hi everyone. So I am Jane Bernard. I'm also a YouTuber and an expert here in China. Hope you guys are not tired of seeing his handsome face because he has a lot of creative content. And yes, I also talk about life in China, being a black girl in China, and also, yes, a whole lot of things in China. So please check out my video, Jane Bernard.
And we have that gentleman, the
Alright,
chief
guys.
himself.
So I am Oray Oshinowo, also based in Suzhou, and it's a great pleasure and I feel honored that Dax, one very special man that I respect, has invited me to participate in this conversation on his channel, and I wish that my little insights can be of help to some of you. Thank you very much.
Okay, so guys,
Thank you, guys.
let me repeat that again. I know you have heard it many times. I've been in China for 5 years now. I came in 2018. How about you? Which year did you come?
I came in 2019, so
I also came
2019.
in 2019.
Oh, okay. So I even came earlier than them, I
Yes.
think.
yes.
So now we can say that you have been in China for about 4 good years now.
Yes. Yes.
How has China changed your life? And I'd like to start from the lady. We say
Can we
ladies
start with
first.
him because
You always say ladies first.
okay,
Please.
well, I feel like China has changed my life to be like, on the good parts, yes, that is more of the good part than the
Negative.
bad part. And the bad part probably the COVID time. And also, I feel like China has this influence on foreigners, and you have to create your own influence in China. That means that you have to either be cool or not cool with China, because without you, China is still China. So with the law and everything, we also have to be like, okay, this is my life and I want it to impact me. But generally, China has been amazing to me. I'll get to that details in a few minutes.
Oh wow, I know the big man would like to chip in.
No. Well, like she said, I agree with most of the points she made. China is a different country from where I'm coming from. So definitely there has been a lot of changes. I've learned a lot of things, met a lot of different people. China are considered to be an international country. At least
That's
Suzhou
right.
City, I've met people from a lot of countries from all over the world. So getting to understand the Chinese culture, the Chinese people, and at the same time getting to understand people from other cultures
That's right.
and countries, has changed my perspective on the world, which in turn has affected how I see things as an individual. So definitely there has been a lot of changes. And change, there would be positive changes as much as there will be negative changes.
That's right.
Could be negative changes in habits, something I used to do which was a good habit, but now I don't do it anymore given the circumstances and situation I'm in, and positive changes in the way I think, how I see the world, how I view people. So yes, there has been changes, positive and negative.
Oh
You're right.
wow. Oh wow, guys, I'm really impressed. There have been a lot of positive changes. So for me personally, I have a lot of points to mention, but from what Oray just said, I'd like to mention that for me, number one, China has brought the world to me.
Wow, that's huge.
China has brought the world to me. What do I mean by China has brought the world to me? Actually, I never expected to come and meet people from different countries all over the world in China.
That's true.
I have learned a lot of cultures from different countries because of China. I've learned several cultures from other Asian countries, Pakistans, Iranians, like every part of the world, you know. So China has really brought the world to me. Through China, I can boast of knowing several countries, knowing the lifestyle of different countries, different continents, and all those stuffs. That is my number one. I don't know about James.
That's true. I mean, you are very right. I mean, I got to China and I knew the names of a lot of countries, you guys, and the cultures, the food. I'm a foodie, you guys. So I got to China and had the experience to and the opportunity to test a whole lot of food. The different tastes, the sweet taste, sour taste, the so peppery ones like the Indian, the Pakistanis, and also learn a lot of songs, you know, the dances and all of that. So China has also brought the world to me in my doorstep. In my doorstep. So, and I also feel like China, the main thing China has, like the impact China has given to me is this openness, okay? Because if I was in Nigeria, like Africa as a whole, or probably some countries, we are a bit limited to the things we can do or the things we can think about. I'm not talking about the bad part here, but also how to, you know, not look in just one direction. Because having a lot of people in the world, when you talk about A, the other person hears B, and the other person hears probably C. So now you have to articulate all of them and trying to see something in probably different eyes. So China has made me understand all those things and how to be tolerant of a lot of things. So that's a big thing for me.
Wow, it's really a big thing for me too. Actually, thank you for raising that point. Before coming to China, I knew Pakistan, Iran as this terrorist country,
Exactly, you guys.
these wicked people. I knew Pakistan as, you know, those Osama bin Laden and all those stuff. But my first time in China, I met a Pakistan guy. I didn't know the country he was from, and I asked him. He said he's from Pakistan. Immediately within me, guys, I was panicking. I was like, hey, Pakistan guy in China, yeah, I'm dead. I was really scared. But with time, this guy became one of my best friends. I learned a lot about Pakistan, and I was like, wow, what we really learn from social media is totally different.
From the real
You know,
world, yeah.
and the past is gone. You know, some things happened about 20 years ago, and we still use that to refer to them.
So today, that's right.
You see,
That's right.
so China has really brought the world to me. I've learned several cultures, several way of life, just because of China. Don't forget, I've not even come to the importance of China itself. This is just outside, like not the main importance, like the impact of China to me. So, Mr. Oray, I know you have a lot to talk. Say something. How has China impacted your life?
Well, one of the main points which both of you have mentioned is the China bringing the world to us, seeing the world from a different perspective, which I think is very essential. So I wouldn't, talk too much on that, which has already been said. China, as we know, is a fast developing country, and it is stamping its place on the world stage. So being here, being in the moment of it is something we would not appreciate until years later. Looking back and saying, I was in China during those years that China was developing. China was making moves, China was establishing itself, being the best in this, doing that. It's always positive when you're in the midst of growth and opportunities. So it brings you to a lot of opportunity, especially the language. Being able to speak the language opens you to a lot of opportunities, because countries now, they have no choice than to relate with China. But that's for production, for market, for anything, you need China. So being able to speak the language opens you to a lot of opportunities, where you can work with people, you can do things on your own, and then also, just being in that space where things are developing, things are growing, there's that atmosphere of growth. It encourages you to grow personally. It might not even have anything to do, or it might not be related to China in context, but the fact that you are in that environment, you're seeing they're building subway today, they're building this school, this city is known as the best in this, they're doing, you also just want to do. So that is a very big thing. It's very encouraging, because you are leaving your motherland where you are comfortable in, going into a new land, an unknown land. It's a big risk. So being able to take that risk and then being in an environment where they continually take risk enables you to do that, which for me is a very big point, because I've started a lot of things in my life which I feel if I had gone back, I probably wouldn't be doing them. So it's thanks to being in this environment, being around people, you know, who push you, who also are you know, have that vision, that hunger. Being in an environment, in a country that has that vision, that hunger to grow, to develop, it's very enabling. It's very wonderful. So this is another great
That's
point.
Right.
So today I decided that we are not sitting indoors. We just want to show you guys who are saying we are just here for propaganda. This is how wonderful China is. This is how neat, how advanced China is. I'm sorry, China is no more that 30 years ago China. China is well developed. Hello, ni hao. So yeah, as we're talking about, Oray raised a point about Chinese language, and number two, the second point I would like to say that China has really impacted my life is Chinese language, learning Chinese language. One of the biggest reasons why I didn't want to come to China was the Chinese language.
Oh wow.
I was asking several times, am I coming to study in Chinese language? And my in-law was like, no, it's English, it's English. My in-law was even insisting that I should come and study Chinese language. I was like, this man, something is wrong with him. I'm coming to study Chinese language. I was like, he's not serious. But today, I wish I understood what he was telling me that day. You know, so I came as a pharmacy student, but I learned Chinese for just 2 years. My HSK level is just little 4, not like the pros here. Not like the pros here. But then I have had several opportunities with the little language I can speak, with the little Chinese I can speak. Today I can boast of, even if I leave China without anything, I can speak Chinese language as a class, being in China. So don't be scared if you are thinking of coming to study in China because of the language. Don't be scared. If I can do it, you can also do it.
Yes.
So I don't know, Jane, if you want to raise a point.
One of the main reasons why I asked people to come to China is probably because of the Chinese language. Because even if you don't want to learn any other field, having this Chinese language is a skill. I feel, because China is a fast-growing country, like Oray has just mentioned, and if you have a skill of English and Chinese in the world, you will do well. Yeah, like the translation ambassador, and like my boss here, he owns a translating company, you know, stuff like this. And yes, I would really advise everyone to be in China and also learn Chinese. And I feel like in case you want to learn Chinese but don't want to come to China, it's still very possible. There are a lot of countries that maybe your country has it. It's called the Confucius Institute. You can also learn Chinese. And if you have this discrimination about China, I don't want to ask you why, but please learn their language for your own sake.
Wow.
Yes, I'll add something to that. Language and culture are intertwined, they're linked. You cannot understand, you can't fully appreciate a culture without understanding its language. And then in the process of learning the language, you immerse yourself in the culture. So the language goes beyond speaking and communicating. It goes as far as understanding the people. So I would advise that you learn the language, because there's no way you can understand the Chinese people. If you want to understand any country people, you want the language is one of the things you learn. So coming to China, since China is the main topic of this discussion, you need to learn the Chinese language. It's not easy, definitely it's not easy. No language is easy, but if you are determined and you are really interested, there are a lot of ways, there are a lot of things you can do. Determination brings, ways that you've never even thought about. So it's very important that you learn the language, you're able to understand the culture, and the more you understand other cultures apart from yours, your view of life changes. Your view of the importance of life, understanding people, relating to people, because then you realize the world is bigger than you. The world is bigger than your culture.
True.
The world is bigger than what you have known all your life till the point where you've immersed yourself in another man's culture. And then it's open doors, because when you have good relationship with people, good communication skills, understanding people, being understanding, being tolerant, it makes way for you. People will appreciate, be like, this person is a good person. He can be understanding. He cares about me. He cares about my culture. He's not just thinking, oh, well, we do it like this. Why will you do this? Do this? He's very thoughtful. It opens a lot of doors of opportunities for you. So it's a very good point. That's one of the benefits you can get. Or the influences China would have on you.
Or any other country, I would say.
Yes.
Any other country.
Definitely.
But since this is the why in China, so we're just
the language. The language. Also another thing is the convenience. China has developed. There is, especially look at cashless policy now.
Okay.
China is one of the very few countries who has gotten a grasp of it.
Sure.
Everything I cannot remember the last time I saw
Same here.
cash.
Cash.
Everything
I
is
use my
you
phone.
scan, you use your phone, you use your face and other things. The safety, the security, the ease of things, the connectivity, the interconnectivity, the between apps, how smooth the transition is between apps, from buying stuff to payment to ordering of cab, so even your house, recharging, paying the bills, getting water and other stuff. So it's a very nice thing. You are able to, some basic things, those basic things in life, you don't have to think about it so much. You don't have to worry about it. So you can focus on more important things. There are other places where, because these things are not set so well, you are taking substantial time that can be better maximized and using it on this, very minute. They are not necessarily minute, important things, but that
Already taken care
you just have to do, but could have been taken care of already.
Yes.
So that's another point.
Hope we answered your question.
Today I'm really enjoying the conversation. To the fact that the fresh air here, like the fresh air here alone is so nice to be walking around and all those stuff. So these are few of the ways China has really impacted our lives, and we are really grateful to China for granting us this opportunity to also experience the world in so many ways. So many ways. So I'd like them to introduce themselves now, which I didn't do at the beginning. So your country, where you from, and your name or something like that.
Alrighty guys, so thanks for having me, Dax. I'm Jane and I'm from Nigeria. I'm also a YouTuber and I'm based here in China. I've been here for 4 years, by the way.
Well, my humble self, I'm very honored to be featured on this video. I'm Oray from Nigeria, and I've been here for 4+ years. I do a lot of things, one of which is translation, and I teach Chinese, provide courses, provide translation, logistics, anything that you need here in China. You can contact me. I'm your plug.
Wow, guys, you have your plug now. If you need anything, just reach him out. I'll put his contact details, his Instagram and everything, so that you can reach them. It's really been amazing. We are here to just inspire everyone that no matter what you are doing, you can really reach your potential. And if you are thinking of studying abroad, we will recommend China for you, because no matter what, you will not leave China the same. At least you will live with the language. There are so many important ways China has really impacted our lives, but today these are the few that we would like to may talk about, and in the future we can't wait to have several of these conversations, and I've really enjoyed them. Thank you very much, and if you need anything from China, don't just forget to subscribe, hit on the notification bell so that you can know that Dax has posted something, and don't forget to take good care of yourself. Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye guys, have a
Bye,
lovely
guys.
time.